The INFJ stare alone can make people squirm in their seats. Research in interpersonal psychology has found that sustained eye contact activates the same brain regions associated with threat detection, which explains why your natural gaze might trigger discomfort in others, even when you're simply being attentive. I analyze 4 specific psychological dynamics in this video that create the intimidating INFJ paradox. We'll explore why the qualities that make you empathetic and insightful can simultaneously make others feel exposed, challenged, and sometimes even judged in your presence. Before we start, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe so you won't miss any of our weekly deep dives into the world of personality types. And if you are looking to achieve a deeper understanding of yourself and your personality type, click the link in the comments to take our favorite free personality test. Number 1, the X-ray vision misconception. Let's break down what's happening. As an INFJ, your dominant cognitive function is introverted intuition, which operates like an internal radar that detects unspoken signals. This cognitive function works below the threshold of conscious awareness, functioning as a pattern recognition supercomputer that constantly collects and analyzes tiny behavioral cues, micro-expressions, vocal tone shifts, and body language signals that most people simply don't register. I recently experienced this when talking with a colleague who maintained a cheerful demeanor in our team meeting. Later, I gently asked if she was worried about the upcoming departmental restructuring, something she hadn't mentioned to anyone. Her eyes widened in shock, asking how I could know her private concerns. I had simply noticed her tightened jaw when our manager mentioned timeline changes, and how she'd repeatedly glanced at her notebook during budget discussions. The intimidation factor emerges when you casually mention these observations about someone, perhaps their hidden motivation or an emotional struggle they haven't disclosed, and they freeze, wondering how you could know that. It creates an immediate power imbalance where they feel exposed while you remain mysterious. Imagine someone discovering their carefully constructed social mask is entirely transparent to you. Of course, they'd feel vulnerable. Your brain connects dots from observable data points faster than you can consciously track. While others might need explicit verbal confirmation to understand someone's intentions, your intuition rapidly synthesizes subtle cues into coherent insights. This process happens so quickly that it feels like receiving downloaded information rather than reaching a logical conclusion. This makes this incredibly uncomfortable for others, because your observations often bypass their carefully maintained boundaries. Their defensive walls come crashing down before they've given permission. The irony is that your intention isn't to expose or judge others. You're simply processing information through your natural cognitive wiring while genuinely trying to understand people on a deeper level. Your brain automatically looks beneath surface presentations because authentic connection matters deeply to you. Number 2, the intensity of the INFJ gaze. Speaking of looking beneath the surface, something is happening in your eyes that's making others deeply uncomfortable without you even knowing it. Your focused attention, what many call the INFJ stare, creates a neurological reaction in others that's completely opposite to the connection you're trying to establish. Most people maintain eye contact for approximately 3 to 5 seconds before breaking away, a social rhythm almost everyone follows unconsciously. INFJs typically hold their gaze longer, often 7 to 10 seconds. This extended eye contact activates the amygdala, the brain's threat detection center, making others feel instinctively uncomfortable or exposed. Imagine meeting someone at a coffee shop. While they speak, you maintain steady, unwavering eye contact, your expression thoughtful but not overtly responsive. They begin shifting in their seat, their words becoming hesitant. Though you're simply absorbing what they're saying, they feel that every thought is being examined under a microscope. The problem intensifies because of your facial expressions. While internally processing information, your face appears serious, contemplative, or judgmental. You're not providing the expected social cues of frequent smiles or nods. You're thinking, absorbing, and analyzing. This combination creates what feels like an interrogation rather than a conversation to others. It's like a movie director using an extended close-up when the audience isn't emotionally prepared for such intimacy. They become self-conscious, wondering what you're thinking, why you're looking so intently, whether you're judging their words. This explains why people sometimes become defensive around you, even when you're entirely supportive. The irony cuts deep. Your focused attention springs from genuine interest and respect. Still, the intensity of this focus makes others feel spotlighted in ways they never anticipated or requested, as what you offer as a connection is received with scrutiny. Number 3, the conversation depth dilemma. That intense gaze isn't the only way INFJs create unexpected discomfort. When social interactions move beyond eye contact to actual conversation, many people find themselves feeling intellectually cornered. "Can't we just keep things light?" becomes a common refrain from those who encounter your natural conversational style. This happens because there's a fundamental mismatch between how you approach dialogue and how most others do. For most people, conversation serves primarily as social glue, a way to establish connection without vulnerability. While you crave authentic exchanges and meaningful insights, others prefer gradual, measured social interaction. Think about it. Most social interactions follow a predictable pattern of gradually increasing depth, like slowly wading into a pool. You, however, tend to invite others for an immediate deep-end dive, without realizing they haven't brought their metaphorical swimming gear. Many need time to adjust to the water temperature and to feel secure in the environment before venturing beyond the shallows. They need to acclimate while you're already comfortable in the depths. Research shows that small talk serves crucial social functions, establishing safety parameters, building rapport incrementally, and maintaining comfortable boundaries. It creates a foundation of trust before revealing vulnerabilities. When you immediately ask someone about their life purpose at a casual gathering, you bypass these social safety mechanisms that help others feel secure. This rapid shift to deeper topics can feel like an interrogation to those unprepared for such intensity. Your genuinely curious question about someone's authentic self can be an invasion of personal space. What you experience as a missed opportunity for connection when conversations remain superficial, others experience as a comfortable social norm being disrupted. The resulting tension often manifests as defensive responses, changing the subject, nervous laughter, or avoiding future interactions. The issue isn't that you're trying to intimidate others or demonstrate superiority intellectually. Your brain processes social exchanges differently, seeking meaning, patterns, and authentic connection where others might seek simpler social bonding. Your frustration with small talk stems from seeing it as purposeless, while others view your depth as disruptive or challenging to established comfort zones. Number 4, the empathic mirror effect. Your brain possesses an extraordinary capability that catches others off guard, the empathic mirror effect. You're constantly processing the emotional atmosphere around you through your auxiliary extroverted feeling function, picking up on subtle cues that most people miss entirely. This sophisticated emotional recognition operates in the background of every interaction, giving you unique insights into others' internal states. Most individuals manage emotional boundaries by carefully controlling what they consciously disclose. It's a fundamental social contract. I'll tell you what I feel when ready. But your extroverted feeling function naturally circumvents these barriers, perceiving emotions people haven't verbally expressed or may not even recognize they're projecting. This creates an inherent power imbalance in social situations. While others navigate interactions based solely on what's explicitly communicated, you're simultaneously tracking the unspoken emotional currents. Noticing when Jessica tenses at the mention of a project deadline, or how Marcus's enthusiasm wavers when discussing certain team members. Your ability to map this emotional landscape gives you strategic advantages that others lack. What's particularly disarming is how you can reflect to others precisely the emotional validation they secretly crave. You might recognize a team member's desire to acknowledge their creative thinking during a presentation, rather than just their technical execution. When you naturally offer this specific validation, they experience relief and discomfort. Relief at being indeed seen, but discomfort because they haven't earned this understanding through traditional self-disclosure. This paradox lies at the heart of why your perceptive abilities can feel threatening to others. You understand who someone is, who they aspire to be, and how they wish to be seen. You respond to their deeper emotional needs without explicit permission, creating a connection and unintended intimidation. As we conclude our examination of the INFJ's intimidating qualities, it's worth noting that these same characteristics can become powerful tools for connection when used consciously. When INFJs recognize how their piercing gaze, emotional depth, and perceptive nature impact others, they can navigate social situations authentically. Their greatest strengths, talents that sometimes intimidate, become invaluable in relationships. How have you balanced your INFJ qualities with others' comfort levels? Share your experiences of forming these perceived intimidations into meaningful connections in the comments below. If you want to continue the journey to understanding yourself or an INFJ in your life, click either of the following videos where we continue to unlock the secrets of the INFJ personality type.